goes with drugs, don't they?
Yeah, what they believe is that it's the master plan, just to wipe blacks out.
Why do black people believe that?
I don't agree with that, but I can see why they're thinking that, because the crack cocaine, when it's seen or when it's portrayed, sometimes in our work, the media, it's always portrayed in a black family. It's always portrayed in the black neighborhood.
Welcome back. This is Podfam Snowfall Recap Season 6 Part 2. Take 2! Because we were rolling, okay, and I had to pump the brakes so we could actually have an audio to use. So again, we got Drake, Greg, Baylor, Gigi, and myself, Shan, talking about Snowfall. I want to say we were in between episode 3 and 6 for this episode. All right, let's get bait. All right, so we back. Pod Fam Snowfall Part 2, episode 3. Episode 3 to 10 up in his mug. All right, waiting for Greg to get in here and Gigi.
Can I go get some Taylor Port waiting on Greg?
Yeah.
So you got a Snickers.
You know, something black with veins in it, not what
Wait,
I want.
am I the only person that's horizontal? Should I make mine like...
You always do this. Just give us face. We good.
I can do it. Yes, we can hear you. And full effect, my guy.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a beard too. Okay, Greg, I'm going to do that too. I was telling Drake that my wax lady is starting to do like beard facials, and she's supposed to be getting some beard oil. So I'm gonna send it to y'all, and if y'all like it, then maybe y'all could do a video or something like that.
I thought you was talking about my beard. That's
Wait
like, oh my God, is this showing?
Friend, no. I'm screaming.
Oh my God.
Hungry? You should have got a Snickers.
You know, something black with veins in it.
I'm screaming. I never even thought about it. It's chocolate, actually. If it was black with veins in it, it probably...
They knew what they was doing when they put veins in it.
I'm screaming. Yes, that beard is coming out nice, Greg. I see you, son. I see you.
Mm-hmm. Saw that coochie juice.
Let it marinate. That's what we need to put in that bottle. I need to figure it out.
Oh my God. You lied to me. Episode 3.
Sorry, go ahead. Oh.
Season 6, Door of No Return. That's what you're going to be discussing. What you was going to say?
Have you guys heard about the Street Legends concert with like Jadakiss, I think Jeezy, Remy?
When is that supposed to happen?
Well, it was supposed to happen on the 22nd, but because of the I think the playoffs maybe, that they rescheduled it to tomorrow. So I'm supposed to be going.
Well, sounds good.
I hope it is. I've never been there. But that was fast. Where Baylor?
What's up? Baylor is giving Sunshine a shower. A quick shower real quick.
All right. So how you want to go about this? You want to start and have him jump in? Do you want to wait for him?
Yeah, he gon'.
Yeah. Y'all could go.
We got Greg. We got Greg from Young Blk Bothered. We got Baylor from BTG for President. We got Gigi with Just a Conversation podcast with another Greg. Okay, he's a black man also. And we got Drake from Everythang Culture, everythangculture.com. And we have Shan from shanbypodden.com. And we are here, Podfam representing, continuing the foolery that is the fall of the snow, the fall of Franklin, Snowfall. And if you did not watch the show, you do not want to be here.
Not yet.
Okay. So, episode 3, season 6, called The Door of No Return. The way this shit opened, I was just like, what the fuck show is this? Because it was like smack dab in the mix of positive blackness. Leon is basically in Africa with his wife. Okay, we went from crack to the continent. Okay, he's with his wife, and they're basically giving us like a history lesson
Message.
of blackness.
You can't turn a
Yes.
hoe into a housewife, but you can turn a crackhead into a housewife.
I'm
I'm not gonna
screaming.
try it.
I'm not. I don't want to do it.
I'm not gonna try it. Okay. Bobby and Whitney show was entertaining, but I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out to Whitney. Bobby, I love you.
She did wipe her ass when she pooped.
Y'all don't know what love is.
Listen, we're not gonna start with you because you done did a come up too. Okay, you done had some ladies in the back. Okay, but basically, Leon is in Africa with his wife, and he's feeling a need to come back and fix shit. And I was like screaming to the TV, "Don't come back! You're not gonna fix it." But he basically wants to come back and fix shit. I felt like homegirl didn't want to come, right? But she didn't want to not be there to support him or be there to help him because she knew he was gonna come back to some shit. I don't think he knew what type of shit he was gonna come back to, but he came back in it. And Jerome is basically telling Leon when he came back, "Nigga, it's fucked up right now. You need to pick a side."
You gotta go.
And Leon's like, "Nigga, I ain't picking no side," but really, we know he picking a side. He picking Franklin's side. But at the same time, he's watching Franklin from the outside with his mom and just like, "Oh, this nigga is fucked up. This nigga's like too far in." And he's trying to reel him back in, but it's not happening. Leon beats down Dion. Okay, because Dion get a little cocky because he done took the hood over since he left. And he basically was gaining back his hood respect because everybody felt like, "Oh, you just dipped and left us with nothing." And so it gets
that
like
was episode 4 though, right?
Was it?
It was.
Yeah, that was episode 4. Because they got in a fight over the streetlights.
Right.
Yeah, that was episode 4 because that was like after the fact. Like after he tried to talk to him, he said, "Fuck no, nigga."
Yeah, he tried to be cool.
Exactly.
So, but the whole premonition of it was like Leon basically wanted to come clean up, and Dion was like, "Fuck that."
Lies. Okay, so I have a question. Well, I have thoughts about Leon because I love Leon. I think that I love his character development, but I felt like
Me too.
there was a contradiction in his thought process because he understood why he left. If you wanted to fix something, there was no reason for you to leave, but you understood you needed to leave, and now you want to fix something. The thing is that whatever was happening, you now no longer have control over. So is it really that you want that notoriety again?
Hey, let it go that first time. I knew it was gonna whip your ass. Let it go.
Is it that he wants that? Is it that he missed being on top, being a man in charge? Because it starts coming to be that this is the same person that's trying to fix it, but at the same time, now you back home and you doing the same thing that you left. You're not.
Because he tried it a different way though. You can say he did try a little. He tried to keep
like
it a little
Alton.
cool and all
Don't
that.
leave and then come back and think that you could change the game because at this point people no longer have trust in your thoughts because you left. And so when you're telling me that things need to change here and need to be better here, but you left here. You had to leave here to find that understanding and you wanted to come back. The thing is that you wasn't even ready for it to change. Mm-hmm. You wasn't even checking in on people because when you came back, you said, "I thought Franklin was out." Now,
what did he do before he left, though? What did he do before he left?
Yeah, because at this point,
tell us, TJ.
No, goddamn it, but start paying attention.
We out here. Go ahead, tell you.
Y'all, we all in this together. Y'all act like y'all know. Okay, let me.
The focus was season 6.
The thing was before he left, he tried to get everybody to stop. He tried to push it. He'd been telling them about that bill, the laws. He was educated. What Franklin should have been doing, Leon was doing. Okay, Leon was the hood baby. All right, yeah. Leon was at the juvie. Leon the one that lived in the projects, not Franklin.
Yeah,
like
I get that, but you can't say that for Leon. Speaking for Leon when he's essentially taking the drug money and fleeing to Africa to try to change his
like Alton and Sissy. You using the same money.
He can't. Hey, but once again, Leon came from that. Leon came from the hood. Once again, I could do the same thing and still try to bring. We ain't got to do this no more. He always said we got to do enough, and let's leave
Don't
this and
compare
break this
yourself to
generational
Leon.
cycle.
You are in your community
So-
and you
so
are
Drake.
trying to make change. So if you decided to leave,
was.
that does not change the footwork that you tried to do. Let's be clear. Yes, he was trying to change the game, but he was the same person that was giving them the weight to sell. So yes, I want you to build. I want you to go to school, but I still need this money back. There was no way for him to come back and be able to even let Franklin hold anything if he ain't had that money. Where was it gonna come from? His ass?
He was telling
Africa?
Einstein that he should look into those college applications, but still, Einstein was on the block.
Yeah, you can't say that somebody
So-
changed and then they get back
Right
into
back
the game
into it.
instantly. Like it
He
never
got
stopped.
into it and still try to change it though. And unfortunately, like if you don't know people like that, if you don't know, if you don't have people that come from, like for instance, with my partners, I have to turn into the old me to communicate with some people. Like what's the old boy, Big D. Big D wasn't hearing this words. He wasn't hearing the knowledge. But what he did, he hear these motherfucking hands. That's what he heard. Okay. Unfortunately, some people don't understand effective communication verbally, and you have to. That's just the truth. Sometimes you got to turn in what you want to be to make a change for your people.
Understood.
That is something that's been known throughout history.
Explain that to me like I'm 5, because the season prior, when Franklin was telling Leon the same shit, Leon wasn't listening. This season, after going to, have a
He was saying that in
spiritual
season
awakening-
5.
Yes, he was like, "Oh no, like I'm still in." Like that's how he was acting that entire season. And then we had that revelation of Homegirl finally being off the drugs and shit. Then he decided he wanted to go to Africa and change his life. He didn't get that revelation.
Well, his life actually started to change once he found out the little girl died. Once he found out he killed that
Exactly,
little
I was
girl,
about to
that's when
say.
his life started to change.
And then, and we got to let's pay attention. Let's pay a little homage to the women in this show, okay? Because the thing is,
Except for Franklin baby mom, because still fuck her.
y'all got to leave Franklin baby mama, because once again, she did what was good for her and the baby.
Well, she could have been left then, because remember she told her mama.
her,
She said,
she
"I know who my monster is, and I'm
Hey,
staying right here."
She was yeah. Once again, a lot of these guys don't know what a good woman is.
She did what was good for her. There was only one pregnancy appointment, and even then they said it was a
She
pregnancy.
had several pregnancy appointments.
In the show.
The thing is,
When?
to get once again, she was still trying to help him stay on their feet too, even by with the businesses. All went downhill if once again she told him, Franklin, do not put your hands on me. You put your, and as soon as she promised, pay attention. When somebody tell you what not to do, you better listen.
I want to go.
All I'm saying is,
But
she
I'm gonna let y'all
was
talk.
very
Go ahead.
strategic in the shit she was doing. Regardless of the outcome, her hands was clean. As long as Franklin doing what the fuck Franklin was doing, she was clean the entire time she was on the show, even till the end. Notice feds weren't looking for her. That's why I still think she a fed. Nobody mentioned her at all, even the feds. She was a part of that shit. So again, it still fuck her forever, and I stand.
Let's
on that.
bring it back to Leon and saying why he came back to his community. You saw how old girl went back to the home that Alton built so she could help the people. So why couldn't he do that? Why not focus on what you can change instead of trying to change things within a community that already has been messed with? Go ahead.
Because they're not going there. You have to you got to meet people where they're at times. Once again, this is coming from a social worker. Okay, just might want to make sure.
I'm
Like,
here.
Well, as
You
a
gotta
person that
reach
has
people where they're
smoked
at.
crack before, I ain't smoking no crack.
hey, but that's what that's what AA and NA, that's how it operates.
Understood, but you don't go to AA.
For someone who actually been through it to actually explain the communicate about it. For instance, in my work with her, I actually was a child that was abused and neglected. Okay, so I actually can have a better line of communication with these kids because I kind of have a feeling what you've been through. I can compare to someone that lives somewhere that never been where they're at and have a lack of communication, a lack of connection with them. So with Leon, and if you pay attention with Leon, he really wanted to help Einstein. Because, Franklin used to be called Einstein. That was his nickname. The thing is, I see an opportunity for you. I understand we've done some bad things. I understand we hustle with this. But let's use this money that we did this bad to do something good at it. Let's not all go to waste like what's happened to many of them.
Or
All that harm and trouble and that trauma and chaos, it's really no benefit
I
from
get
it.
you.
All right, so let me
Only
ask you a stupid
per-
question. Let me ask you a stupid question. How much money did Leon say he had when Franklin asked him how much he had?
He had 3. I think he had
He
3.
had 3 mil.
I think he had 3.
He had
Two,
3
three.
million, right? If Franklin would have went with him, and I don't want to go like jump ahead, how much money of that 3 would have been left with Leon in Africa?
What you mean after if he would have
Yeah, like-
if he would have gave it to
Yeah.
Franklin? Well, Franklin
Yeah, 'cause he was gonna give him half.
well Franklin told him that he wasn't gonna get his money back until like years later, and he's gonna get more.
AKA, he's never getting it.
That yeah.
Yeah, so he was gonna do to him what Teddy did to Franklin. He was like, "No, you ain't gonna never."
No, I don't know. I believe Franklin was gonna do his best to get the money back. I don't think he would have took it from him though. I think he needed the money to make the moves. And to his credit, every time his back was against the wall, he came out on top. They just didn't. He kept that bond between him and his mom. That's why he didn't give him the money. So we never will find out if Franklin was able to actually flip that.
Yeah.
That's where.
But at the
that's
same time,
that's where his wife come into play. That's why I roll with her because she put a playing move and he didn't like it.
but at the same time, when he was talking to Leon, he was moving too fast. Nigga said, "Let me borrow some money, and you probably won't get it back right then. But when I do get it to give you back, I'm gonna give you a percentage of the money you gave me, bitch. No."
Like, okay, and I say I don't even care about the money. I'm sticking
Let's
to
bring it
like,
back then, Drake. No, because I think that there's something that I need you to address. Because you're talking about how you need to meet people where they are, but this is the same person that, yes, is in the hood, but also now is taking over the drug game now. Remember, they had the conversation. Like, what are you doing here? Are you either going to take over or are you making the changes? Because we don't like change. And all he did was decide that he was taking over. So my thing is, you can't meet me where I'm at and still give me the drugs to tell me to stop doing it. You can't be the source.
Was he still giving
yes.
the drugs?
Once he beat up old boy, everybody was looking at him. So what we doing? Because you know how we supposed to make our money. Are you helping us? Or are you against us? Guess what? He said, "I'm with y'all niggas."
Got caught back in it.
And that's what I'm saying. And it was like,
again.
did you really leave to come back because you didn't think? My thing is, it's just like how what is his wife's name? I'm sorry, y'all.
You talking about Gail Bean character with her fine ass. You talking about
Wanda. Wanda knew that going back may be a detriment to her because it might bring her back to being a crackhead again. That was her biggest fear.
It is so
And so when
hard.
you know that when you leave your past and you're trying to move forward, there's really no reason to go back unless you're trying to face it. But the problem is if you're not ready to face everything that's coming, Leon, that you're going to end up getting caught up in it again.
But he was trying to keep people from unaliving one another.
That is fine, but you're still doing by giving me the crack to give to other communicate.
It has to be somewhat of a transition at times. Though.
Okay, I don't want you to be a crackhead no more.
Because okay, so it's like this: either not do anything at all, or try to help out and like meet halfway.
What would have been his halfway, logically?
Exactly
what he did.
He's back in the game.
I'm just.
And he was still trying to make changes where the kids can be safe. People are not unaliving the way they were. He's not trying to make it so much the whole hood is the trap any longer. Because it's like he tried to keep it. It's a time and place. It's a time and place for business and safety in the community. And if you look at his whole thing was trying to really keep. It became to try to keep community together
by having one side of crackheads and one side of people that are not crackheads.
That was all bullshit to me. I think Leon came back from
well,
Africa knowing he didn't have just as much
once
money
again.
as he did. So what he did was he ended up going back to Cali and being like, all right, cool, I'm going to just try to see if everybody want to move over there with me because he couldn't be the brains of the operation and shit. He was like expecting Franklin to have all that money, like, hey, come to Africa with that money. So then it was a favor for a favor towards the end of the show. He's like, hey, no, just come back. Like, come with me because, like, hey, it's $3 million, but we can live off that. For how long? Who knows with both of their lifestyles and shit. But I just feel like Leon knew he didn't have either $3 million or however much money he said that he had from from Franklin, because of the way that he acted when he asked for the money. You don't act that way to your best friend knowing you just asked him to come to fucking Africa if you didn't have that money, or if you did have that money.
But that was after the conversation.
Yeah, because the first time he did give him
Sissy.
the money. He gave him $250,000 when he asked for it the first time.
He knew he was spiraling, and that wasn't going to help him.
And I know I ain't trying to jump too fast. I've been mad at Franklin's mama though when she started working with DDA. Yeah. And the plug was gone too. That's the other thing too. So
What is D Ray's name? What was his name?
Oh, you talking about
Peaches.
Hold on, we ain't nowhere close to Peaches. That's the last.
But remember, Peaches also
Okay.
stole his money before that. Peaches stole his money in season 5.
Oh, I know. Oh yeah, Peaches was a cold.
That
work.
was $5 million.
Peaches was really a big problem. Yeah. So if I can fast forward, Shan, can we? Cause we're on what 4 now?
Yeah.
Let's do 4 and 5. Let's do 4, 5, and 6 because I know time is rolling.
Okay. So episode 4 is called Projects Boy. Wanda didn't want to go back to the hood.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to stay in
That's when he married
Africa.
her.
Todd is out of here. Okay. Cassandra trying to make money moves. Basically trying to make sure Franklin is doing what he needs to do to keep the money. Franklin needs a product push. She's like, we can't push it like this. And he's like, yes, we can. We gonna make it work. We gonna have invisible workers because they ain't got nobody. Sis wanted her mom to push the shit. And Teddy is basically plotting on who he has to go against Franklin at this point. And this is where Franklin done made nigga waffles. He made nigga waffles with homie face.
Oh, after he talked to Kane. And Kane wanted him to help him move his work faster.
Hey, can I talk about Franklin? I appreciate Franklin. I have Leon and Franklin in me. I don't think y'all understand that.
I feel like I got all of them plus Sully
when
in
Frank,
me. I'm going to build you a little token.
Nah, I ain't got no Sully in me. I ain't got no Sully on me. I got my stuff.
No, I'm going to burn some incense and I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you some things about yourself.
Hey, Sister Girl Jess, I don't know why you love. I see why you say you love Peaches, but nah, I can't roll with Peaches.
Oh my God.
But my thing was, it's like when he did that, I like you gotta like with that type of play, because you gotta understand Franklin been through a lot. Mm-hmm. He been through a lot, okay, a lot, and he's seen when you play soft. Remember when he went to jail in season 2, that hurt him a lot. That changed his whole dynamic, and he went in there and like remember when Leon told him when he look at your face, remind him who the fuck you are. Mm-hmm. That's what he had to do with old dude when he made them waffles.
Yeah,
dude,
they thought they had time to bullshit. He's like, nah.
No, the dude was trying. Like, once again, you gonna know, man. We fellas, you know when somebody's trying.
Yes,
to man.
but he is also acting off of desperation. He's no longer using his logic anymore. Because the thing about why Franklin was able to move so much and be able to grow so much is because he didn't just work off of, being in the hood or having street smarts. Damn, I'm lit. It's more about his logic and how he was able to talk to people, communicate to people, and get things done. At this point in time, he is now on a power trip. Do you know who I am? I am Franklin Saint. And the thing is that everybody know who you are, but that ain't stopped nothing over here. Who are you?
At all.
Because y'all running it ragged. How you gonna tell me I'm the one who...
Yeah, you built it, but you also got somebody stole $78 million from you. So what are you building?
Exactly.
You're building a faulty house.
Yeah, like imagine being a... Yeah, you
See,
the
now
manager
y'all
of
turning
McDonald's
on.
and you mad because there ain't nobody show up. Nigga, you the manager. Like you.
And as a manager, don't forget I'm HR. When you come in, you want to act up? Cool, bye. We'll get easily replaceable.
Until you realize that you need the people that you're trying to replace. He don't got nobody to replace nobody no more.
Bingo.
And guess what he did? Did he go in there and start cooking it himself?
But at the same time, we also know that Franklin liked to play both sides all the time.
Exactly.
Did he pick up the blicky and started doing it himself?
He had no choice.
That's what you call a leader.
That is called someone that needs.
That's not a leader. That is somebody who is down to their last option.
Once again, that's what I said. I said, what did I say at the beginning of this, Shan? Hey, Cleo. I said fuck Franklin. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Not. Did I say that, y'all? Did I
Yeah.
say fuck Franklin?
But I
my
feel like
thing
your
is-
fuck Franklin is a workup. Like,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying too. Like,
But
it can't
as
be
a
fuck Franklin, but he's a leader. Like, it can't. Be
as a
both.
businessman, he is.
He
I
failed,
respect
though.
that as a business wholeheartedly.
And the thing is, he's not even a leader. He's the middleman, and we all know that. Like, he's been the middleman since the first season. Like, he's had to connect or whatever, but he's the connection between the hood and the connect. So he's not the top of the top. He's
But
literally
but the thing is, to be the leader, you have to know how to follow. So he followed, he listened, he paid attention to. He didn't listen to everyone. And listen to me. I'm talking about as a business, as far as America, and that's the problem that I have personally, because he followed the American way. He followed like, hey, consumerism. Fuck. What do I say all the time? People don't care about people. People care about the use of people.
Yeah.
That was Franklin heavily. But he also recognized his club. I'm going to do it first. I'm going to put my life online. Franklin went through a lot for being a geek off the street.
Franklin did not lose the money. If Franklin was able to leave, is he still helping Kane? That's what I'm saying. So the thing was, it was always about him. It wasn't about, the only reason why he was helping Kane is so he can put some money in his pocket because he needed the money. Outside of that, he would have let Kane bleed dry.
And I agree with you. I don't see how that's no argument for me. My thing was, he became money hungry, and that's why Sissy did him the way Sissy did him. Because Franklin was becoming Teddy.
But that's my contradiction with Sissy, is although, and I don't know what episode this is, so I apologize. When he tried to go in her face, it was like, is it because you used the money and you knew that I was a drug dealer? And she said yes. It was like, at the same time, you're doing the same thing Leon is doing. You're now seeing your wrongs, but you was with me. You was putting the battery in my back. You was putting it on the charger for me.
No, she never put a battery in his back.
How did he get into development? The only way that he was going to get into development and getting houses is he put that money in it. Where'd she get the money to buy the building?
But that's not putting a battery in the back. That's shit pivoting, trying to change the ways he's going about it. Because he could have he got greedy. He could have stayed with that. But he wanted more and more and more. The thing is, from him lying, she thought he was just selling weed at first. In like season 2. Season 1, she thought everything was gravy, you know? But I'm telling you, it's one of those things that I'm just paying attention. As a mother, she should have, this once again, because I see people like this in real life. That's why I love this show, because I know people like this real life, that they son, and it's a single mother, the son, and she's raising her son, and son is like trying to do this and get the mama involved, and mama, you should do this, and the daddy try to cut. All this is so crazy how it works out. But when I tell you, Sissy, she should have cut him off a long time ago, and that would have saved a lot of time. But when I tell you, and I'm hearing everybody say, oh, they should have stopped. They took the money. Once again, money is the root. The love of money is the root of evil. Okay, they fell in love with that dollar bill. The resources, you know, that like her bills wasn't getting paid. She got fired by a spot. All these different things happening would happen to real life people. Okay, but the thing was, what was the cost? Was it worth it?
No.
Like if I know me and my wife would never have to worry about another meal in a day in our life, but I'm gonna take from Gigi, I'm gonna take from Baylor, I'm gonna take from Greg, I'm gonna take from Shan, I'm gonna take from Sister Girl Jess, Brittany, Courtney. If I know I'm gonna do that, I have a conscience. With not Liam, but with Franklin, like, hey, it is what it is. But that is truly the American way. I'm gonna find, and they're saying that even when they start selling the rock. They knew when they started selling that rock, when they start seeing people, how quickly it was going, the use of people.
Yeah.
That's
all right.
American.
We got to move on to episode 5. Episode 5 is called Ebony and Ivory. They killing daddies. They going daddy for daddy at this point, okay? Making threats. Jerome is getting super emotional. He breaking down because he's seeing that this whole shit show is ruining relationships, and he really don't have anybody, and he has to make a decision to be either in or out. But also Jerome knows the ending result of this shit. He just doesn't know how it's gonna end, and so he panicking inside, and he can't put words to it. So this man's spiraling. He getting drunk. He throwing pagers, and he wanted to leave to go to Jamaica, which I feel like he should have left. But pussy, make you do stupid things.
Wasn't
Kane is coming for next. Franklin put Kane on to where Louis may be riding horses. And so they did a whole setup with that, got Louis, and then that pulled Jerome back into the mix to go get her. Franklin gonna go with Jerome to do the whole setup to go get Louis. Louis being tortured at this point. Pimp's coming in there, taking turns type shit. And
this episode 6, by the way, but go ahead.
Okay.
Hey, keep going.
Okay. And Louis, that's when the horse riding plot happened towards the end of that. And Leon told Wanda if she want to leave and take, some of the money because that's her money too. Loyalty was tested. Jerome fuming. He went by his boy's spot. And his boy is like, nigga, you hot. Get the fuck up out of here. And that was sad because it's, like he really feel like
real life experiences, baby.
Yeah, but he really feel like I ain't got nobody. I need to be around someone who's not in this shit. But nobody that's not in that shit don't want to be around him.
He wanted to kick it in comfort, have just conversations, laugh with his old military buddies and all that. But them cars are driving back and forth. Didn't he have to pop somebody there or something like that?
Not there, but somebody, he had the gun getting ready to.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
You gotta leave.
Hey, you can't. Hey, bro, you can't have this at my place of business.
Right.
Have y'all ever had your homeboys that's in the game that show up to your place of business before?
Nope.
I lost a lot of friends like that.
I have, like, hey dog, man, we can't. No, this ain't that type of environment, bro. What you doing? Nah. I ain't knocking you until you stop what you doing.
When you got to tell your homeboys to stop calling your house at a certain time for you to come outside, they get mad because they don't understand it.
Episode 6, Concrete Jungle. Gustavo finally chooses a side. Franklin's side, of course. Franklin got Kane to worry about, but the backstabbing started happening at this point. Veronica's mom said, I'm out. And if you smart, you need to come with me and leave him here type shit. And she like, no, I'm about to stay with my man. My man. Okay?
Right. Hey.
Shut your ass up. CIA is out for Franklin's neck also. Louis gets kidnapped by Kane and tortured. Yes, this was episode 6. So that's what happened. Anybody want to add something in that?
I think
you sure that was an episode like
the rest of that money? That's it.
Yeah, Louis did get kidnapped in episode 6.
Okay.
I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna be quiet.
All right. Episode 7 is called Charnel House. Jerome dead, gone. R.I.P.
No, we gotta pull it back. Nah, we ain't gonna skip that episode. Y'all need to say something, man. Nah.
Okay.
Nah, y'all see, I be trying to let y'all. See, that's what I'm talking about. I be trying to let y'all. That was one of the best episodes right there. I be trying to let y'all talk, and y'all just go skip it when the rawest character they had in the show, other than what he did to Dallas. I was like, not Leon, but Jerome, like, where the titties at? Man, that was so much that I appreciate about that man. And y'all just ain't gonna say nothing about his death.
7.
Like, black people was making programs about Uncle Jerome. Uncle Jerome, man, come on,
that
man.
funeral was lit.
And I respect that he went out for his lady. No matter what his lady was, he went out for her.
Yeah.
He already knew what the score was.
That I feel like Franklin his back was against the wall because he was focused on Teddy, and I don't think he would have automatically gave Louis up that fast if it wasn't for the fact he needed to leave. I think that he still would have played both sides like he did with Man Boy and Sully. I feel like he's known to do that until he gets what he needs.
He became a manipulative.
Because he was using his mind.
He was a businessman. He was good at business. So let me tell you, what they were about to do to Louis was something you don't want nobody going through.
Yeah.
And that stuff happened every day to this day. All right, that's a real life effect. Was gonna like they were showing a lot. They were like, damn, they really putting a lot of stuff on right here.
Yeah.
And Louis was even speaking her game about, oh boy, you been touched on. This happened to you before, huh?
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of that episode held a lot of context, and even with Jerome already knew he was going to go.
Foreshadowing from
we all
the
knew
last
it was going to be a
episode.
swan
Like I
song.
feel like we spent a lot of time with him, even though we didn't know much. But that emotion when he was leaving his buddy definitely let me know that this is it. Something is going to happen.
When he pulled up in the front of the house, crashing into the stuff, talking about ready to go, and he was begging Louis, "Can we leave?" But his gal was greedy.
She had pride.
Mm-hmm.
Ego.
Louis and Franklin was hand in hand with one another. Greed, pride, want the club, want this, want that. Just could have stepped away. But the thing is,
equestrian, riding horses and shit.
But we also
very much
knew that even from season 1 up until now that Louis always wanted to run stuff. That's always been her personality. That's why she took out old girl from the club. Yeah. She always wanted to be the leader. So even though we saw her low key kind of help Franklin be put on, I felt like because she was putting him on, that she saw herself as a leader automatically.
Because you got to talk about where she come from. She talks about all the time she grew up poor, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. All right, shout out to BR, Boosie. Okay, she grew up.
You can keep Boosie. I don't want to shout out.
Okay. But when I tell you, she said numerous. Because remember how even Sissy used to talk about Louis. Like, bitch, you a hoe. Like, that's what she, even like, Louis was like, what old dude, what was about to happen to Louis in episode 7 was, it was 6. In episode 6, that she was about to go back to what she was considered before. Yeah. Louis was just they consider her just like she was a bottom bitch for a woman. Yeah, that's what she was.
Feeding her drugs and everything. Know how to put it in her veins and everything. Did the boop boop.
Telling you. So that's how deep, and they were about to have a strung out property, and they're just gonna have on the corner. But that's what that was a very, and that's why she knew so much about the lifestyle. She had a certain culture a lot of people didn't know.
Okay. In this also,
R.I.P. Jerome again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jerome died in episode 7. The funeral was lit.
Doesn't take
Louis
accountability. Sorry.
Thank you. She got a hate in her heart for Franklin. She doesn't see how she also got her man here.
Oh, her man wanted to stay. Her man didn't even want to get Franklin. Her man didn't even want Franklin in it. Remember that. Her man was like, no. Not. He was against the powder. He was not until they went out and did that first sale, and he tried to get 50% again, and Franklin hit him with it like, nah, you could get 20. Like first it was like 5, then they went back and forth, but he ended up with 25%. And they got once again, but she was like, I always felt like that wasn't enough. If you paid attention, going back to season 1, she was like, she would have kept pushing it. Mm-hmm. Once again, you can have a woman that really uplift you and have your back. You have a woman that can just let you fall apart because it's there for their own well-being. Pay attention who you building with.
Bonani always does it to all of the best ones. Teddy tries to boss Louis around, and that wasn't really working. Eventually, she picked a side. Wanda leaves the projects. Okay, so that's episode 7. Episode 8, Ballad of the Bear. I thought Franklin was out of here. I thought Franklin was out of here for sure. I wasn't expecting how he got out of that situation. The feds.
Shout out to Gustavo.
He a real one. That's the real one right there. Okay. Listen, feds came to raid Louis' house. Franklin called her up like, bitch, they coming. Do what you need to do. So she got out of there. She on the run with her little phony ass police guy who was basically about to turn her ass in.
That nigga get on my nerves. Can we
I
talk
wish
about
niggas
him?
just
That
OD'd
nigga,
at this
right?
point. I know that sounds crazy, but
The worst type of crackhead.
he didn't die.
The worst type of
sorry.
crackhead. But I'm happy that Louis was so smart and witty about the shit, and she caught on.
She caught on late.
Gustavo,
She caught on when she realized that when she was
She
like,
caught on late, but
weren't
she
they
caught on
calling
enough
you?
to save her life.
Like when Jerome died, like, did they call your phone?
Because Jerome would be alive if it wasn't for you. Okay.
Right. Gustavo goes to the afterpass to basically sync with Franklin, like, nigga, I'm still in. What's up?
With my passports and my money. I need to get my family out.
Listen.
Hey, no, he didn't get his family.
He basically chose to separate and let them have a life, as long as he's not in it, so they could get caught up.
And let's say that was a crazy situation too, because those were not his kids, and those are not her kids as well. But again, the way they came about, because she was gangster on her stuff. She was backstabbing, but she was gangster. But she rolled.
She's
Gustavo,
a rider
though.
to me,
And
for someone that didn't know everything, but still found ways to still be able to have open communication and still trust that he was going to make sure she was okay. That's a rider to me. She didn't just disappear and took my money and be like, I'm trying to take care of my kids. I need to go, and you know that I need to go, so you gave me the money so I can disappear.
Hold on. Wait. The chat is here. Shout out to Amber. She said, we skipped how Sully warned them.
I love him.
That's what she's saying. Sully, right after Gustavo, Sully's her favorite character. But right after Sully warned them that there would be a death with a crane. And when Louis crushed the crane, it was over.
Well, we already know that she was when Jerome called and spoke to Franklin the first time, and Franklin banged on him. That's when Louis said, you know what? This is the proper time to put the battery in his back. You want to know what else he did? Because she could have said that before she told him to talk to him. He put the gun in my face.
Man, because you got, once again, if we go all the way back, the thing was, she started messing with old girl because, once again, Franklin put that together. They kept going back and forth. Season 3 is when Franklin was locked up. That's when she first had to do the work with Teddy. That's when their relationship started in season 3. And she was like, and Franklin, and Teddy knew the whole, like, you know what? When I was going back watching the show, I would fast forward through all Teddy shit. Because I think we can say unanimous. Fuck Teddy.
Oh, yeah. We knew he was in it for himself every time.
Like, at the beginning, I was watching Teddy Park, but going back, I don't give a fuck
what
they're doing.
I'm just going to shoot him bail. I also saw the character development in him and how he changed once his brother passed away.
Go back and watch it again. Well, once his brother, but he always
absolutely, but
jump.
He was because he threw up the first time when everything like started setting off. But I think that he really understood the person that he needed to be in this in order for it to work.
I don't think the masses ever trusted Teddy from the beginning, and then gradually he just got worse and worse and worse.
Because he's had to start. He saw that the way that he thought he was going to be able to control everybody in the shit, he didn't have no control of. So he was just like, fuck it. I'm going to try my best to keep a clean hand and no drama. But every person that you affiliated with, you bring drama to it. But despite Louis' hate for Franklin at this time while she's grieving, she joins forces with Franklin, but still allowing Teddy to believe that.
But that's only because when she was about to get the R word, that he looked at her, he was like, are you going to help me? Because I could leave you here, Frank. She said, I will do anything you need me to do, Franklin. Save me. That's when he left. He brought back Jerome. So the only way, and that's why he told her at the funeral, the only reason why you're alive right now is because
that was crazy.
To Teddy. If I didn't need you,
that was cold-blooded right there, man.
Gone. Because at this point, you don't have to save face no more. Jerome gone. He could have let her go right there.
Yeah.
I really stopped I'm telling you, I stopped liking Franklin more and more.
Thug life. The DA got spooked, and in the middle of the mix on the move,
Did
they
we talk about the
basically
daddy
was
for
like, they
daddy?
gonna arrest Gustavo.
Okay, because
We did.
I just need to put.
Ooh, that was some cold stuff. Franklin was ice cold.
I knew that
Listen.
was going to happen, but again, it's not.
That was a penitentiary stab too.
That was.
Somebody said
He said, yeah.
he could at least gotten one last fuck before
He got a
he
kiss.
got
He got a
killed.
kiss.
I was like, don't nobody.
You know he never
don't
been with a
nobody wanna
black
screw
woman. He
that
got
on me.
Hey, no, hey.
Shout out to Veronique Mama.
Hey,
Veronique
thought-
Mama made that happen.
He thought he was
She
really
did.
backing her up,
Yo.
though. And then out of nowhere,
He did.
he got them penitentiary stabs in. I ain't gonna lie, I giggled.
Do you guys think that it was
All right.
a little? It's very interesting that we saw Teddy's dad die, but we never got to see how Alton actually died. Like, and
I
because
love that though, because it keeps our mind going.
Hold on, say that, Baylor. Say it,
I love
Baylor.
it. I love it because I still think he alive. And him and Tupac.
Dear Mama.
I don't feel like Alton is alive because Teddy's a bitch. He gonna make sure.
and see, and that's why he
causes
did that
tears in
thing.
his eyes.
Oof.
Oh, see, can we wait before we get to that? 'Cause I really want to talk about that. The memes, I was like, the memes there was wild. Let's continue because once again we said
we almost there.
Oh, and the KBG dude like out there, that's crazy.
I love that part. Yes, please get him out of here. He was a messy bitch. He was so messy. Episode 9 is called Sacrifice. Teddy torture. I enjoyed that.
That was
Mama shot
and that was
Teddy.
taco grease. Can we talk about that? Was taco?
So stupid. Shut up.
Hey, when he shot that, when he hit that bow, and he was like, oh. Hey, that was my favorite part. Oh, you you think I'm playing? You think I'm playing? Okay. He like, this nigga is for real. Where is my money?
He really didn't understand the monster he created, but listen, he got his share. He was basically at a certain point trying to convince Franklin's mom that, hey, Alton ain't dead, but you can't kill me. So
I knew that was a lie from the
I was
grip,
like, dog,
girl.
shut up. Do you know this woman been wanting to kill you?
I thought she was about to let him go. I thought she was about to untie him.
I did too.
I was going to be so mad.
Yeah, so in this episode Franklin was feeling the pressure. He was late on the property mortgage. He didn't get the transfer because
hold on. Let's talk. Remember when Sissy and Leon was like, hey, you need to chill out, bruh. And he was like, you going too far. You doing this, you doing that. And he said, I don't give a fuck. Okay, that's what he said. I don't care if I ever talk to you another day in my life. That's when I knew it was when she heard that. Because remember when he went to jail, he was like, mama. It was always mama. But
she was dead. She was like numb to him at that point because she knew he was gone.
Yeah, he was gone. Because when he was pouring that bacon grease on that man, and who told him about the bacon grease, y'all? Come on.
Stop homework.
No, I think he went.
Did you say Gustavo?
I think
I said stop homework.
His wife.
Nah, because
his
it was
wife.
killing me.
His wife.
His gal.
Yeah.
His baby mama, the one that told him that broke
That's
that.
another reason why we didn't take Exactly.
Okay. She knew that. She knew that because her mama would never cook because she never wanted to go in the kitchen again after that grease popped on her auntie. That's why.
That's taco grease, by the way.
She knew it. Like everybody had somebody. Big Mama, your arm. Okay, that's what he was like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, when he poured, he started crumbling. He like, don't do this. Don't do this. Like, it's crazy how Teddy's so stubborn, boy. That's my thing. How stubborn he was, man. I was like,
he poured that grease on that nigga chest. That nigga chest turned into Freddy Krueger face so fast.
Okay, so Franklin loses his shit at the end of this episode.
No, but we gotta show what happened. Come on, we see you skipping it. We go into it
because I'm trying to crunch it. We at 50.
When we went to the drop off, we gotta talk about the drop off. Okay, quickly. We can do a part 3. I don't mind. I know we can come right back. Let's just come right back in here.
Okay, we gonna do basically the middle of episode 9, which is a sacrifice, into 10, and then we gonna give our thoughts.
Okay.
That taco grease has seasoning in it too.
During the early 1980s, a new drug somehow infiltrated low-income Black and brown communities, causing crime and chaos.
Y'all, check back tomorrow for the last part 3 of this whole recap. I got you tomorrow. I'm not going to give it all to y'all today. What y'all thought? Check back and don't forget to check out Everything Culture podcast, Young Black and Bothered, Loudmouth Stereo, Just a Conversation podcast, and BTG for President podcast. We be back.